Alrighty, it's Ecom Rebel here, and we are going to give away some Bitcoin Cash first. So I'm going to draw a winner from the people who commented on the last live stream we had, which was yesterday. So I'm just going to do that first, and I've got my webcam, so we're all set up, and let's do it to it. So it should be a bit faster tonight, which is great. Alright, so we had a few people comment, that's great. Let's choose a winner. Pecky Star, what crypto would you recommend for investing in? Alright, I am going to send you about $10 worth of US of Bitcoin Cash. Thank you. I'll just send that through now, and I'll send it through my other wallet. As soon as you get it, just reply, just let me know you got it. That'll be much appreciated. Okay, just going to transfer that now. Hopefully I get a bit quicker at this. We're getting there though. Alright, Bitcoin Cash. Send. It's about 13 bucks Australian. It's $10 US. Send. Okay, done. Awesome. So yeah, if you can let us know that you received it, that'd be great. Just put in the comments below or on the video. Awesome. Okay, so let's get going. So I did get some questions that I want to probably talk about tonight. And the first one was Replay TV says, what do you think about Litecoin right now? Will it move with Bitcoin? You know, can it hit $500? Okay, so let's have a quick look at the market. So today, Bitcoin's gone up a little bit. You know, we're at 17,000 with Bitcoin now. It was staying around about 15,000 for the last few days, but now it's up to about 17. So you know, it's moving a bit, and you can see the other ones that are moving with it. Bitcoin Cash and then Litecoin 20% today, a pretty big jump. And I would say the reason for these is because Bitcoin is widely accepted, and Bitcoin Cash is and of course Ethereum, and also Litecoin. Got to remember, Litecoin's been around for a long time, and it's used in so many places. So for example, on Coinbase you can get Litecoin. You can buy Bitcoin now, Bitcoin Cash. So I think it will continue to go up I think you'll see Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin continue to go up. And the question was, is it going to, go to 500? Well, at the moment, Litecoin's 300. Basically, let's say we're looking at maybe 2x, maybe, get to 600 or something like that. So we're only 2x away. For Litecoin to get to that stage with the market cap, you always got to compare it back to the market cap right now. So we're at nearly 800 million. 800 billion. 800 billion market cap, and Litecoin is around the 300. So if basically it doubles, and let's say it reaches 600, the market cap would have to be double also, would be 32. And if Bitcoin hits 30, 35 in that price, that would put the market cap up there, and I think it would bring along Litecoin with it, because they even though they are different coins, they essentially have been around for a long time and got a lot of acceptance, and people have relied on a lot. So at the moment, Bitcoin is having and Ethereum are having problems with scaling, and so transaction fees are high, and also the delays. That I haven't seen that happen with Litecoin yet. So, buying with Litecoin is a pretty good experience if you've ever done that before. So yeah, look, I think 500's quite achievable. In what time frame? I don't know. I suppose it depends on the market. But if I see Bitcoin, continuing up, maybe double the market cap, maybe 35,000, you would see Litecoin follow suit. So we just don't know how long that's going to take. Could be a month, could be 3 months, could be 6 months. So that's what I think about Litecoin. So it's still good to have these coins that actually have some utility. Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. The ones you can actually transfer and actually buy stuff with. That's the ones I like to have. All right, next one. M for Mooney says, how do you recognize which alt is going up? Well, this is a question everyone asks themselves, and because if you knew which alt was going up, you could make a fortune. For example, just today, if you had bought, let's say, have a look at Litecoin. If you bought Litecoin yesterday, you would have made about 20%. Some of these other ones, here we go, Bitcoin. If in the last day or so, if you'd got onto Bitcoin, it's about just under 1 cent. That would be 86% you would have made. Same with Sia coin. A few of the other ones that have gone up. Actually, if we just click on 24-hour change, you can see some of the coins. Some of these are little ones, like they got a smaller market cap, but in the billion, you've got, Kin, Sia coin, Bitcoin. They all went up a lot, same as Dana coin. So so there's some big moves, and you go, well, how do you know if they're going to move up? And you don't know from day to day at what's going to actually happen, but you can sort of have a look at certain trends, and that's what you got to look at. You got to look at, has this coin moved? Is the project moving forward? And essentially, has it got a future? Because there's a lot of coins competing in the market, and has it got a place in the market? Is it going to be useful? If people think it's going to be useful, they'll invest in it. Sure, there might be some speculating, but at the end of the day, the only coins going to be left are the ones that have actually got a use in the real world, because there's only so long they'll put up with putting a project out there, and once the project comes to completion, let's say it takes a year or so, even when that happens, or maybe 2 years, when they have their actual project, then people decide, is this really worth the money that they've invested into it? So I think a lot of these projects, might fall away and not be around, and other ones will stay. We won't know. And the way you know this is because when you look in tools, historical snapshots, you can have a look at the what it was in the past, and you'll find you'll find there'll be Bitcoin there, there'll be Litecoin. And then you'll see all these other alts that are no longer in the top 10, but they were in the top 10 at that time. So I think you'll find that with here. Even if you go back to January, you'll find alts that are in here, but not. So for example, we'll just quickly do one now. So if we go to historical snapshots, and we look at, let's scroll down and look at January of last year. There we go, January the 1st of last year. These are the top 10, okay? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and then you heard of Monero, ETH Classic, Dash, MadeSafe Coin. Okay, so MadeSafe Coin, Augur, and Steam were in the top 10. Now, if you go back to now, they're not in the top 10. Okay, there's other alts in there, and you might go, well, I don't know, they're not in the top 10, but are they, where are they at now? So Steam was at 17 cents, and Steam right now is at $6. So, that's a pretty good run from 17 cents to $6, even though it's not in the top 10. All right. And the other one that was in there was Augur. There was $3.79 for Augur at number 9. So let's have a look at Augur now. Just see where it is in the list. $46. Let's check that price again. $77. And what was it January last year? $3.79. So that's the kind of market we've had in the last 12 months. So even though it's not in the top 10 anymore, it went from $3.79 to $77. You know, that's a massive difference in profits if you'd invested into Augur. All right, so just because they're not in the top 10 doesn't mean, you know, they're not going to be in the future. Some of them will be, some of them won't. It's just mainly the reason why they're still not in the top 10 is because they don't have, they either haven't come to their, you know, their project completion and actually put out a project that's finished, or they have finished their project and then they're continually working on it. So I would say, like, Bitcoin works as what it does. It's been around long. It's a coin. Ripple, well, that's a different story with Ripple. I won't go into tonight. But Ethereum, you know, it's a platform for smart contracts, and it has use. People use it all the time. You can use it to transfer, you know, just like digital cash essentially. But you can also do a lot of other things with the smart contracts, which makes Ethereum pretty good. And then you've got Litecoin, very similar to Bitcoin, just quicker time frames and cheaper cost in terms of sending funds. So, and then you've got these other projects, and some of these other projects haven't, you know, basically created their infrastructure yet. They've either just had an ICO or they've been out for a while. You know, for example, Dash. We're at number 11. Dash has been around for a while. And, you know, it's at $1,200. If we go back in January, Dash was at $11.26. You know, that's a hell of a lot of increase. And Dash, you know, this year they're bringing out a lot of their new software, and they'll be making it easy for new people to get started in crypto. That's going to be a massive thing for Dash. So, you know, look out for that. But these are the usability things. Some of these other coins that have got some fantastic uses, well, we don't know yet because they haven't actually made what they're making. So, you know, some of these, like for example, Tron or Stellar, when they actually get to market with what they're making, then the market decides whether or not it's useful or not. And if it's not useful, it'll just disappear. They still might make money out of it, but it may not be in the top 10 because that's not what, you know, people are into or going to be using, or they don't find a use for it. That's why I see the top 10. These ones are going to be useful. Some things are in here, and I don't know why. You know, with the amount of capitalization they have and the use, some of the uses that they have, that there is no use. Like Ripple as an example of something I really wouldn't invest in at all. All right, so hopefully that helps you with that question. Let's go back to some of the other ones. Have you heard about Electroneum? Yes, I have heard about Electroneum. I think I watched I let that ICO go. I'll just see if it's listed here. I can't remember. Yeah, Electroneum, that was it. So Electroneum, since it's left about, since the ICO, it's at 13.5x, which is pretty good. And Electroneum, I decided not to go in it at the time. We'll have a quick look at it now. But I think what they were trying to do was, yeah, basically, let's have a quick look again. I think it was Ethereum for mobile, from what I can remember. Yeah, so basically mobile crypto, you know, with an app. Yeah, and I think they're going to do some extra stuff with it. Token, easiest crypto. So they just got a wallet. listed on exchanges, blah blah blah. So they've still got a future because they're still, I imagine they're still creating their products and getting it all to market. I don't think this is available. Well, they've got the apps available. Oh, look, coming soon for the App Store. They've got on Google Play at the moment. So, when they start rolling out these things and people start using them, if they're going to use them, then the price will continue up. So if people, try out the product and they don't like it, or have no real need for it, then you don't use it anymore and the value goes down. So that's what I think of Litecoin. If you got in the ICO though, you would have done well because it was, I think 11.4x on your money. So that was pretty good. All right. So John says, what about Tron? Yeah, we had a quick look at Tron before. I think it was quite high. Here we go, Tron. Yeah, I had a quick look at their. I couldn't get onto their website the other day, so I got onto it tonight. I had problems before. I couldn't actually see or read about it. I don't know what was going on, but now I had a quick look at it. The first thoughts about Tron, and I do remember when this came out. I thought it was very much like Steemit, and Steemit being basically a platform, social platform where you can, like a blogging platform, you can post content and then people upvote. Someone said it's like it's Reddit, but you upvote. But when you upvote people, it doesn't cost you anything to upvote. But when you upvote, that person that posts receives crypto, in Steem. So it's actually worth something, and the votes that you vote towards people is basically the payment. So basically Steem's a pretty amazing thing. If you want to check it out, I got a link. I've always got a link below. You can follow me on Steemit. And when I saw this, I thought, what? That's just like really. It looks like just like Steemit, and yet they don't really have a product. So maybe that could mean that Steemit has a long way to go as well. So yeah, look. No doubt about it, if you had got into that ICO for Tron, I think Tron now, I was checking it out on the list. Yeah, here we go. So Tron now takes #1 position for recent ICOs. This is. I don't think the site's got Ethereum or anything like that. These are some of the new ones. But recent one, Tron at 92x. So, you put $1,000 into Tron when it was an ICO, you now have 92,000. You put 10,000 in, you'd have close to $1 million. That's how big Tron has become, and possibly still has a long way to go because they still haven't got their products to market. So, definitely Tron, but if it's gone up this amount, it could easily retrace back 50% or more, 70%. It depends on if they have any problems and they're not making headway into their project. So, those are the things to keep in mind. But still, Tron's pretty cool. Crypto Freak says, Bitcoin is booming. Will it affect Bitcoin Cash? I think Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash will, be close together for a fair while. Like, basically, Ripple might overtake Bitcoin. Who knows? But at some stage, it depends on whether people just use Bitcoin as a store of their crypto and they don't care about the fees, or Bitcoin might end up coming up with a solution for scaling for their fees so that the fees are reduced, and then everyone's like, cool, use Bitcoin again. Bitcoin was great until you started paying ridiculous fees. So that's why, other people use Bitcoin Cash and even Ethereum. And now Ethereum's having problems scaling. There's so much going on with Ethereum at the moment that even the fees for Ethereum are high. I've heard the high gas prices. So, but at the moment, Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin and, of course, Dash, they're all low-cost transactions. So that's something to keep in mind. So how will it affect it? Look, I think in the near time frame, I think they'll stay close. So I think when Bitcoin goes up, I think Bitcoin Cash will go up as well. Just like similar today, up 4%, up 5%. I think they'll stay in sync. Then what will happen, you'll get times when Bitcoin's going to stall, and then like just recently when there was a big move, like Bitcoin Cash was not too long ago, it was only like 10%. It was even 5%. It was even less. And then it was like 10% of Bitcoin. And then it went up just when it was at 15,000. This was like at 3,000. It was closer to 20%. So they're gaining, over Bitcoin because more people are putting their funds into Bitcoin Cash. They're just finding it easier to move funds without the fees. People are not stupid. If there was a coin that would do it, that had wide exception, or wide adoption, people would use that coin too. And the only reason Bitcoin Cash is doing well is because it uses essentially the same, miners to do the transactions as Bitcoin. And what that means is that if you are already accepting Bitcoin, you only need to make minor modifications to accept Bitcoin Cash. Whereas if you need to put a new coin in, if you're a developer, if you put a new coin in, you then have to rebuild that to accept that new coin. That's why every time you add a coin to like an exchange, or add a coin to an app, it's always more difficult. But it's very easy for them to add Bitcoin Cash. There's less work to do. So that's why Bitcoin Cash is gaining market share. All right, so that answers that one. I'll just have a quick look on the live, see if we've got any questions and who's there. Chanel Peresk is TRX to be listed on a new exchange. So TRX, I think that he's talking about Tron. Where we go. I'll just find my page again. TRX. Yeah, is Tron going to be listed? Look on there, just having a quick look on their site. And we'll just check where they are right now. So Tron, you just click on markets. Now, Binance, yeah. So they're on Binance at the moment. This is where most of the volume's being traded. And they got a few liquid. Look, I mean, as far as I see, with that question, are they going to be on another exchange? Well, they probably will be, because they've got, they're listed on quite a few. Binance now takes up 60% of the volume. So even if they are added to other exchanges, like I don't know if they're on Poloniex or anything like that. But the problem is everyone's moving away from Poloniex and Bittrex and the US-based exchanges, because I just read about the I think it was on Cointelegraph. There was something about Trump with a new tax, basically making any profits that you earn in crypto, they basically want to tax you. And this is why a lot of people are leaving the US and now moving their funds to other other places. For example, Binance. And now I use trade to be like I have Binance, and that's where I'm moving most of my funds to for trading. I just want to have a quick look at one other site just to see if I can find that article for the news. Heard news that will be listed on tomorrow on a Korean exchange. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know. I haven't actually heard that yet, but it is possible. Now, the ramifications of that, I think, depends on which one they're going to be listing on, but that would be, I think, a big deal, because they would probably have the Koreans have a love of crypto. So if that one does go on there, it's quite possible that opens it up. I mean, look what when they open those Korean markets, they usually the prices go up because people have been waiting to get those tokens, and then when they or those coins, and when they get onto these exchanges, people can buy them, and they as soon as you make it available to someone, the option to buy, they can buy it, and if they like it, they'll buy it. So I can't, if that's happening, yeah, I can see Tron continuing to go up. At the moment, like Binance has most of the volume, and I think they're Hong Kong. Binance is from Hong Kong, registered in Hong Kong. So, you know, it's not in the States, and the Korean markets, you know, they're not in the States either. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, if that's the case and it does happen. But I think Tron will continue if they put it onto more markets. That's just it's a given. But yeah, you want to hope that Tron delivers products and delivers on what they're going to say. Otherwise, you'll just see it disappear and just keep going down and going down. But we'll see what happens. So that's good. Thanks for that. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, not sure. No, that's all right. We'll see what happens. There was something I noticed today, and would have been nice to get into a little bit earlier, and that was I heard because of the whole thing with Trump bringing out I believe it's Trump putting the law with the crypto. So if you're in the States and you're trading crypto, essentially you're going to be paying tax on it. Okay, so everyone's like, okay, well, we don't want to do that. We're going to be moving our funds elsewhere. So hence they're moving to places like Binance. And then when I looked at Binance today, I looked at the actual coin, Binance coin. This is the coin you use in exchange. It was up quite a lot. So it's down to 15. It actually went up to about $18 today. It went up nearly 70-80%. Yeah, it was quite. It went up a lot, and the reason for that is because more and more people are coming into Binance. And with Binance, essentially the way it works, I'll just see if I can load up a screen without logging in. But Binance, basically, you know, like with Tether, which is basically similar, like that one's tied to the US dollar, so it's similar to that, except is its own coin, right? So so the way they do it is they have the USD Tether markets, okay, but I don't really want to participate in Tether because it's it's just not like it's not really regulated. You don't know how much Tether there is out there. It's meant to be backed by US. It's just one of those things where I just don't trust it. So that could possibly fall over, or you know, they've already been had issues with hacking. So you know, I wouldn't be holding any in Tether, but a lot of places use Tether. However, they've got BNB. That's their Binance coin. So you actually pay your fees. You get a discount if you have you pay your fees with the Binance coin. Now the other thing is that you can also trade all these alts if you have the Binance coin. If you've got BTC, they're all the markets for BTC, and the Ethereum markets are here. Okay. However, so basically, if you get this coin, you're going to pay your fees with it, and also if we have a look at the actual coin itself, if you have a look at just how it's been tracking and how much growth it's had, so it's at $15 currently. We just see where it started. So we go back to August, we're at about 80 cents, and it pretty much continued on. And as we got up, it started to go, I think $1.80, it started to increase, and now it's starting to go up a lot more, $5, $6, $5 and $10, and now it's literally up to 15. I think it peaked at about $18 today. This will continue to increase the more people that go into Binance and more people to use that coin to trade. Because if you're not trading, one, you're going to get a like you pay your fees in that, so you get a discount using that. So that's an incentive to do it. So yeah, it's a smart move, and they're not the only one. Qcoin is the other one that does it. They've got a trading platform. There's a Qcoin shares. They're up 44%. Why? Because people are putting their money from taking funds out of like the US exchanges, and they're putting them into these other exchanges. So with Qcoin, as you can see, it's been pretty flat there for a while, and we've got some huge growth because now users are going onto their platform and using their products. It's as simple as that. So yeah, so you'll see KuCoin, and yeah, there's no reason why these won't continue to grow. It's not like people are going to stop using these platforms, unless maybe Hong Kong. Well, yeah, maybe if Hong Kong turns around and says no, they can't trade, maybe then the funds will move out. So those things happen. It's like with the tax that they just announced that they're going to do in the US. Things like that. It then makes people move their money to different places and different exchanges. We saw the same thing with China when China started cracking down on crypto. A lot of the exchanges there shut down, or and then people started transferring funds out into the other exchanges. So, and that's how, I think from memory, that's how was Bittrex or Poloniex, one of those, they just got huge when all the trades were coming over from the exchanges that were done in China, and then they moved from China into these other exchanges, and now we're seeing a move again because of the tax. So any country that encourages crypto and allows ICOs and stuff like that, any country that's like that is going to see huge influx of money, basically coin, going into that country and going into those exchanges. So that's a good thing. So I think that about covers that part there. Let's see what else we got. All right. So I think that's about it. I think that's all I wanted to cover tonight. So we're at about a half an hour now. So basically, again, we're going to have our Bitcoin Cash giveaway. So all you need to do is when this gets posted to YouTube, all you need to do is share. If you've got someone that's interested in crypto, just let them know about my channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell. The little bell gives you it lets you know notifications of when I go live. Okay. So that's something to do, and I'll be giving away tomorrow some more Bitcoin Cash. So it'll be exciting. And if you've got any questions, make sure you put them in as well as your Bitcoin Cash address. So because I want to answer some of those questions. I really love the questions you guys have been giving me, and hopefully I've been helpful in helping you with your questions. And if I don't know something, I'll try and find out more about it. I don't know everything. And there's some people that think they know everything but give the wrong advice. So yeah, you got to be careful of that as well. So alrighty, well, thank you. I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye bye.